Canada, endless, vast beyond imagination. We're going to spend a quiet weekend in the Canadian Rockies. Starting from Calgary, we'll drive to Banff and stay the night. The next day, we'll visit Peyto Lake, Moraine Lake, and Lake Louise, some of the most breathtaking places in Alberta. Then, we'll make our way back to Calgary, carrying the stillness of the mountains with us. As we leave Calgary behind, the highway stretches into the foothills. The land unfolds. Rolling hills, open skies, until the mountains rise ahead, growing taller and more majestic with each passing mile. The road is a quiet prelude to the grandeur of what's to come. The Rockies, towering and timeless, start to take shape on the horizon. We're getting closer. We've arrived at Banff National Park, Canada's first national park and one of the oldest in the world. Established in 1885, this park became a symbol of the preservation of natural beauty, forever protected. It spans over 6,600 square kilometers of breathtaking wilderness, where rugged mountains, glaciers, and crystal-clear lakes paint the landscape. It's a sanctuary for wildlife, home to elk, bears, and bighorn sheep. Originally, the area was a sacred place for indigenous peoples, who saw the land as a source of life and spiritual significance. Today, visitors from around the world come to experience the same magic. From hiking trails to the iconic Lake Louise, every corner holds a story, a memory, and a connection to the past. As I walk down Banff Avenue, I'm surrounded by a postcard-perfect town cradled by towering mountains. This is Banff, a place where nature and charm collide. Founded in the 1880s around Canada's first national park, Banff has long been a sanctuary for adventurers, dreamers, and those who simply crave beauty. It's famous for its stunning wilderness, vibrant art scene, and cozy alpine spirit. Boutique shops, art galleries, and rustic cafes line the street, each one inviting you to slow down and savor the moment. Banff feels like pure magic, a little town with a big soul. Crossing the bridge at the end of Banff Avenue, the world seems to open up. The Bow River glides beneath me, its waters a cool, endless mirror of the sky. To the right, far on the horizon, rise the rugged peaks of Mount Pilot and Mount Brett, silent ancient guardians of the valley. Straight ahead, Sulphur Mountain stands proud, its slopes a haven for explorers, hikers, and dreamers seeking views that touch the soul. And just off to the side, nestled in a grove of evergreens, is a place of quiet significance, the Banff National Park Administration Building. Built in 1935, this stone and timber structure was designed to blend into the surrounding landscape, a reflection of Canada's commitment to preserving its wild heart. Turning to the opposite side of the bridge, my eyes are drawn to the towering figure of Cascade Mountain. It rises sharply into the sky, its rugged face edged by centuries of wind and ice. At nearly 3,000 meters tall, Cascade is one of Banff's most iconic peaks, a constant presence, watching over the town like a timeless sentinel. The mountain gets its name from the waterfalls that tumble down its slopes during the spring melt, a cascade of life pouring into the valley below. For locals and visitors, it's a symbol of Banff itself. Some days, it wears a crown of clouds. Other days, it blazes gold under the evening sun. After leaving the town bridge, we found a path along the river and decided to follow it. The Bow River looked so peaceful that afternoon. The water, that deep glacier blue, flowing steadily beside us. It was quiet except for the sound of the river and our footsteps on the trail. Every so often we'd stop just to take it all in. The mountains, the trees, the fresh smell of the air. We walked for a while, not really in a hurry, just enjoying the way the river wound its way through the valley. Up ahead, we could hear the faint sound of water crashing. It grew louder as we got closer, and then, through the trees, we saw it. Banff Falls. It wasn't huge, like some of the waterfalls you picture when you think of the Rockies, but it was powerful in its own way, wide and strong, with white water spilling over the rocks and mist rising into the air. We stood there for a while, just watching it. There's something about a place like that. It kind of makes you stop thinking about everything else. It was one of those moments you don't plan. You just find it and it stays with you. After spending some time at Banff Falls, we turned around and started making our way back. The walk felt different this time, slower maybe, as we took in the views from the higher points of the trail one more time. The river below, the mountains all around. It was one of those moments you just want to stretch out a little longer. Eventually, we reached the Banff pedestrian bridge. It felt like the perfect crossing point, almost like a quiet gateway back into town. The river flowed underneath us, calm and steady, as we made our way across. And just after the bridge, there it was again, Cascade Mountain, standing tall and majestic, right in front of us. No matter how many times you see it, it somehow always feels bigger, more impressive. It was the perfect welcome back into Banff. Across the river from Banff Falls viewpoint, there's another spot that's definitely worth a visit, Surprise Corner Viewpoint. The name fits it perfectly, because when you get there, the view really does catch you by surprise. From here, you get one of the most iconic views in Banff, looking out across the river toward the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel. It almost looks like a castle tucked into the forest, with the mountains rising up behind it. Standing there, it's easy to see why they call it the castle in the Rockies. With the river winding below and the peaks surrounding it, the whole scene feels like something out of a storybook. After Surprise Corner, we headed toward Mount Norquay Lookout. The drive up was beautiful, winding through the forest, climbing higher with every turn. Somewhere along the way, we got lucky and spotted a group of bighorn sheep by the side of the road. They didn't seem to mind us at all, just calmly grazing and moving along the hillside. When we reached the lookout, the views were incredible. From up there, you could see the entire town of Banff, laid out like a little postcard below us. The Bow River winding through the valley, the mountains standing tall in every direction. It felt like we were on top of the world. The light was soft and everything looked calm and endless. It was one of those views you just know you'll remember. On the way back down toward town, we had another surprise. A bear, right on the side of the road, happily eating dandelions. He didn't seem bothered by anything around it, just focused on the yellow flowers like it was the best meal of the day. Not long after, we also spotted a white-tailed deer. It looked at us for a brief moment, then quietly disappeared back into the trees. The next morning we set out again, taking the legendary Trans-Canada Highway and heading north. The open road stretched before us, endless and inviting, winding through the towering peaks and lush forests. Soon we reached the charming hamlet of Lake Louise. There we turned right, leaving behind the busy highway and entering one of the most breathtaking roads in the world, the Icefields Parkway. As we continued our journey northward, nature seemed to unfold a new masterpiece at every turn. Before arriving at Peyto Lake, we passed by the serene waters of Bow Lake, a mirror reflecting the sky, framed by rugged mountains. The landscape grew wilder, more dramatic with every passing mile, and we knew we were getting closer to something truly unforgettable. After a short hike through the fresh mountain air, we reached the Peyto Lake viewpoint. Laid out before us was a scene like no other, a brilliant splash of turquoise blue, cradled by rugged peaks and endless forest. The lake's vibrant color, almost unreal, shimmered under the sun, stretching far into the distance. From here, you could see all the way to the Saskatchewan River crossing, as the valleys and rivers wove their way through the wild landscape. It was a view that felt alive, vast, powerful, and unforgettable. On our way back, we made a stop at Bow Lake. The lake was slowly awakening from its winter slumber, peaceful and crystal clear, nestled in the embrace of towering mountains. The water was still, a perfect mirror reflecting the vast, open sky. The serene beauty of this place drew us to the iconic red chairs of Canada Park, where time seemed to stand still, and all that mattered was the quiet, unforgettable moment. Next was famous Moraine Lake. I've seen this lake in many moods over the years, but this time I witnessed it again as it was waking up. The lake, still semi-frozen, was just beginning to fill with the melt of the season. The water, shallow and clear, mirrored the towering peaks that surround it. The 10 peaks, standing proud and snow-capped, looked down upon the lake as it slowly stirred back to life. There was a raw beauty in this moment, when the earth is still transitioning from winter's grip and the landscape is in the midst of renewal. It was a quiet, powerful sight, reminding me of how nature takes its time to awaken. Our last stop brings us to one of the most iconic and breathtaking destinations in Canada, Lake Louise. Nestled in the heart of Banff National Park, this stunning glacial lake is known for its vibrant turquoise waters, framed by towering peaks and the majestic Victoria Glacier. But what makes Lake Louise even more special is the rich history that surrounds it. At the edge of the lake, you'll find the Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise, a luxury hotel that has been welcoming guests since 1911. With its grand architecture and stunning location, the hotel has long been a symbol of Canadian hospitality. Its classic alpine style and warm, inviting atmosphere make it the perfect place to relax and take in the views of one of the most photographed lakes in the world. For over a century, it has been an escape for travelers from all over the world, offering a unique blend of old-world charm and modern comfort. Lake Louise itself is fed by the meltwaters of the Victoria Glacier, which gives the lake its famous jade green color. The waters are so clear that you can see right to the bottom, especially during the early summer when the glacier-fed streams begin to flow. The lake, which sits at an elevation of over 1,700 meters, has been a popular spot for visitors for generations, whether it's for canoeing in the summer or ice skating in the winter. As the seasons change, Lake Louise offers a different experience each time you visit. In the warmer months, the surrounding forests come to life with lush green trees, and you can hike a number of scenic trails that wind through the area. The Lake Louise Lakeshore Trail is a popular walk, offering stunning views of the lake and the glacier. For those seeking a bit more adventure, there are several challenging hikes, including the hike to Lake Agnes, where you will find the charming Lake Agnes Tea House, a perfect spot for a hot cup of tea with a view. In the winter, the lake transforms into a winter wonderland. Ice skating on the lake, cross-country skiing, and the nearby ski slopes provide a perfect winter escape. One of the most unique aspects of Lake Louise is how it's become a symbol of the Canadian wilderness. The lake, its surrounding mountains, and the historic hotel represent the essence of Alberta, majestic, pristine, and full of adventure. Our trip to Banff National Park has come to an end. As we drive along, the towering peaks and lush trees fade into the distance, leaving behind memories of breathtaking landscapes and unforgettable moments. And as our journey continues, remember, every adventure leads to new discoveries, and there's always more to explore. Until next time, see you on the road.